So here we are up against a concrete wall, a big tall one. Whoa! In the city of Newburgh. I suppose I could find a better backdrop than this, but time is of the essence today. So I'm looking at this RANDOR road bike. RANDOR. It sounds like the name of an 80s action figure. RANDOR. From the Masters of the Universe. Here's He-Man, here's Manny Faces, and here's RANDOR. As I remember it, RANDOR is like a department store brand. It kind of looks like it's trying to rip off Raleigh's Rampar brand, so who knows, maybe it's all associated. It's kind of a cool bike, you know, it's a lugged vintage 10-speed, but it's cheap. It's got these stamped steel brakes and steel brake levers and whatnot. It's got really cool cat eye reflectors, steel hubs, little detail paint around the lugs. How do they do that? Is there somebody who works in the factory in Taiwan? This bike was made in Taiwan. Do they pay someone in the factory or in Taiwan to just sit there with a little paintbrush all day going, I'd go out of my mind. So the model is the SEVILLE. I don't know where they got that. It doesn't seem very sporting to me. But it does have these really sporting arrows right here. That way you know that you're not riding the bike backwards. And then it has some more stripes here, which is a cool touch. Who designs this stuff? You know, somebody sat in a room somewhere and designed the RANDOR SEVILLE. It's got kind of cheap chrome on the cheap stem. The RANDOR logo is vertical. The back brake is all rusty. The seat's got a little tear in it. No big deal. Plus, if you're a drug addict, you could probably hide drugs in there. Like, you could slide a joint up in there. Not saying you need to be a drug addict to smoke a joint. Steel crank, cothered. And it looks like... looks like if you wanted to make this into a single-speed bike, you'd have to use the outer chain ring. Which might not be a great idea. But it's possible. 5 in the back. A Falcon derailleur. That is such a cool looking logo. That's just hardcore. Another Japanese reflector. Inflate to 90 psi. This is not the original tire. This is an IRC high pressure 90 psi tire. So even though this bike isn't really all that fancy or expensive or interesting, I like it. You know, it's got a good look to it. It's silver, just enough chrome, just enough black. And it's really simple. It's bulletproof. I guess. I haven't shot any bullets at it. But you could ride this. I mean, I rode it for like 10 feet. It's smooth. It's solid. So even though generally I'm not super into like department store type of bikes, I can't really have any quarrel with the RANDOR SEVILLE. I just don't. And I don't know what this bike's fate is gonna be. I can't imagine anyone around here is gonna buy it from me. But I hope somebody buys it or takes it for free or something. I hope somebody rides it. Because this thing really has... I mean, literally, you could ride this thing for 20 years. It's just a piece of steel and some rubber. And some foam rubber. And some cobwebs. Oh. I think I damaged the cobwebs. Well, Hopefully nobody will notice that. I'll put that in the Craigslist listing. Unfortunately, I damaged the cobwebs on this bike. So, I guess if you're kind of a tall guy and you're kind of broke and you kind of need to get around town and you don't really care about weight or speed, you just want reliability, then the RANDOR SEVILLE, it seems like a viable option to me. So thank you, RANDOR, whoever you are, for making this great bike, or this, you know, mediocre bike that's adequate. And thank you, YouTube viewer, for watching this lovely video that I just made.